So let's jump in.
All right.
You and I both have the opportunity to read Hermie the Crab. So let's just start by zooming out, and I'll record notes in our Google Doc. What's the central message or big idea of this text? And then give evidence from the text.
I'm thinking, I want to hear scholars say something around mistakes can happen, but you can always be there to support people who are in need. He said specifically at the end of the at the end of the story on page 16, I'll let you hold him sometimes.
So when you were thinking about the big idea, right, you focused a lot on the ending of the text. What did you notice I did differently?
You went back to previous moments and you connected those previous moments. And I love how you connected this sense of responsibility, but also impulse. So when we think about why she wanted to do it, it's because she just had that urge and that feeling. And that's a beautiful vocabulary word that I cannot wait now to bring up, that feeling of being impulsive.
You said that better than I could have, right? But I captured some of what you said there. If we think about a big idea for a central message, I bolded it. What would it be?
When thinking about central idea, we must connect multiple moments throughout the text.
In your pre-work, you already annotated the text, which is why you're able to talk about it so beautifully, so thank you for that. Let's do some sparring. Okay. So let's trade text, and let's look at each other's annotations, and as we look, consider what different or new understandings do you want to take from my annotations?
Okay.
And I'm going to do the same for yours. We'll start with 2 minutes. Let's share out what new or different understandings do you want to pull after looking at my annotations, and then I'll share.
So something that I thought was very interesting was how literally in that first paragraph, you identified the character's mental state. I realized that you identified it like right in the beginning of the story, which I thought was really interesting because, sometimes it can be in the middle, sometimes even towards the end, but then I noticed you kind of annotated it throughout the story.
Why is this important that I'm annotating this way?
I definitely think it's important because especially with character motivation, scholars may, the error that they may have sometimes is to be situational.
You did a beautiful job annotating for character feeling. I think about page 8, where you speak to Alice being upset with her brother because she doesn't or think that it's fair that she can't hold Hermie right now. And I stole that and I want to put that in my annotations. But when you think about what is missing from your annotations based on the discussion we just had, what would you say it is?
I would say now, definitely those different situational motivations I want to include, because if scholars have to name why a character is doing something, they can't just base off of the character feeling. They have to be able to connect the multiple motivations that are happening throughout the story.